Hey, you guys. So, I received a few inquiries regarding the MCX-Spear's firing pin latch and how to remove that and what you can do afterwards. So, we're just going to do this video for you guys. That way, we can all learn together. So, this is applicable to the full-size 308 spear. I don't know about the LT spear because I don't have an LT. But if you have a 308 spear, totally cool. So this is bulk carrier, right? Take your piston, move it to the side, just put it over there. And now you're going to field strip this. And one thing I want you to note is how much easier the firing pin is removed now that, yeah, how about that, huh? Now that we don't have that stupid latch in the way, it's so much easier. So, how this works, the firing pin latch is effectively 5 parts, which is like 3 pins. It's kind of a lot, but it consists of this firing pin latch, and this latch is what prevents your normal hammers from working, or I guess your enhanced hammers, like the Geisleys, the Trigger Techs, LaRue's, anything like that that's essentially just one flat bar. That's what prevents it from working, because it doesn't have this little tail to push the firing pin latch out of the way. Now, how we remove that is super simple, but you're going to need some very small tools in order to do so. And it's been a minute, so I apologize. I'm trying to remember how to do this. So, first and foremost, let me see if I can get a pointer. That's a nice pointer. First and foremost, there's a roll pin right here, right? And that's what effectively keeps the firing pin latched in there, kind of like such, right? So you're going to remove that firing pin, or that roll pin right there. It's a super simple roll pin that goes to the side. No problem there. Nextly, and I think this is what trips people up, there is a vertical roll pin. Let's see if I can't get it in the camera. See that hole right there? That one right here? So that vertical roll pin is what essentially wedges the whole pin and spring assembly into the spear. I think when I did it, I pushed it out from the bottom. There is a corresponding hole from the bottom, and it's tiny. It's like really, really small. I forgot what size punch I got, but there is one punch in a Real Avid AccuPunch set that I have that fits that. I think it's the smallest one. And you just punch it out through the top. And when you do that, that essentially releases the entire mechanism to be pushed out. And this pin is essentially what that sideways hole is. Whoops, let me see. God, everything's upside down. That sideways hole there is what that pin and spring combo will go through. So it's essentially just a latch to keep it down, right? So you're going to pull that pin out. When you pull that pin out, it'll release the spring and it'll release the little firing pin mechanism. And because you've removed that other roll pin there, it should just be able to pull out. So at the end of it, you'll have your firing pin latch. You'll have the cross pin, a spring. If you want to put this smaller roll pin, the vertical one, back in there, you can, but it doesn't serve a purpose anymore, so I pulled it out. And that other roll pin there, the one that's on top, you can reinsert it like I did. I just did it to essentially keep it from being lost. But you can put it aside, such as that, or you can just leave it out. But doing so, now you've removed your firing pin latch, and once I don't know why they built it like this. It's kind of weird. Anyways, so you put your bolt back in the correct way. Yeah. Put your firing pin or your cam pin in. You don't have to touch your firing pin, retaining pin. There is a secondary roll pin that's vertical. Don't touch that one, because if you do, it's going to release your your firing pin retaining pin. It's the front one, not the back one. Just remember. And then on top of that, once you pull that out and now it's clear, you can put your firing pin in, and you can actually see there. There we go. That's how it works. There's a little latch. You push it across, and bam. There you go. Put your gas piston in the dog leg. Wow, I suck today. Here we go. There we go. Put your gas piston in the dog leg. Stick it back in your firearm, and you're good to go. Now you can use all sorts of Geisley, trigger techs, whatever other trigger you want to use. That's not the SIG one or any mil-spec one that has a tail. I've seen on the SIG forums some questions regarding if this will affect reliability at all. It doesn't. And every AR-15 trigger I've had so far is hard enough to hit and ignite 308 primers, so it's not that big of a deal. Just use it, shoot it, and move on with your life. But yeah, that's how you remove the SIG MCX firing pin safety. Hopefully that was educational. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the other fun stuff, and I will see you guys later. Thank you.